Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Universe Mode, which is the first Raw after SummerSlam, a sensational pay-per-view. If you missed it, go ahead and check it out. But the hits are going to keep on coming because tonight we have the first night of the WWE Draft. Superstars will be on the move from Raw and SmackDown. Just like the old format, superstars from both brands will do battle, and the winning person will get their brand draft picks. It's a phenomenal time to be a fan here. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe down below, especially if you want more content, as well as check out Mr. Rob 2. We launched the second channel. I'll put that link in the description below. Please go ahead and check that one out. Here's the show and the card for tonight. Jinder Mahal and Shanky from SmackDown will start off versus the Street Profits from Raw. Then we'll get to the second matchup where we'll see SmackDown's Sami Zayn will take on Raw's Riddle. Remember, winning superstar gets their brand draft picks. Then on the women's side, tag Katana Chance and Kaden Carter from SmackDown face Tamina and Dana Brooke from Raw. Raquel Rodriguez will battle against Bayley. And then it's the championship clashes. SmackDown Tag Champs, the Usos, versus the Raw Tag Champs, Alexander and Benjamin. And then the Intercontinental Champion from SmackDown, Ricochet, will battle the United States Champion from Raw, Rey Mysterio. And then the big one, the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns, who held on to the championship, will face the WWE Champion, Bobby Lashley. That match will be 3 draft picks on the line. A sensational main event. Raw gets the first win. It'll be the Street Profits, as well as the second one when Riddle beats Sami Zayn. SmackDown gets on the board with Chance and Carter picking up a victory, but then Raw's Bayley knocks off Raquel Rodriguez from SmackDown. Before we get to the Tag Team Championship clash, let's take a look at the first draft picks. First, Raw gets the pick thanks to the win by the Street Profits. And with the first pick, Raw gets the New Day. Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods are heading to Monday Night Raw. The 11-time tag champs and longest reigning tag team champions in history head to the Raw brand. A fresh start to them, considering they can't challenge for the tag champs on SmackDown as long as the Usos are champions. So a huge get to start off for Monday Night Raw. They get their second pick of the draft thanks to the win by Riddle. And with the second pick, they get Drew Gulak. So Drew heads over to Monday Night Raw. Hasn't found all the success he would have liked over on SmackDown, but that's the joy of the WWE Draft. You get a fresh start if you get drafted, and Raw gets the former Cruiserweight Champion in Drew Gulak. SmackDown will get their first pick thanks to Chance and Carter. And in the women's division, they get the tag team of Tamina and Dana Brooke. So the superstars that they beat will be heading over to the blue side. Dana Brooke and Tamina have had some ups and downs as a member of the Raw roster, but they head to SmackDown to boost the women's tag division over there. So it'll be interesting to see what Dana Brooke and Tamina can do. But back to Raw thanks to their win. Another women's pick right here thanks to Bayley, and it is Lacey Evans, the superstar who just challenged Ronda and took her to the limit at SummerSlam for the SmackDown Women's Championship. We'll be heading over to Raw, so Lacey Evans, watch out for that women's right, as she will be heading over to the red brand. But let's get into the championship clashes of tonight. So 3 championship clashes, and these are big ones as the tag champs will get ready to do battle. This match right here is worth 2 draft picks, so the winning team will earn their brand 2 spots. Same thing with the next one, the Intercontinental Championship versus the United States Championship, Ricochet versus Rey Mysterio. That one will be 2, but our main event is worth 3, so a lot of picks still on the line. 7 in total to go. As making their way to the ring first, it is the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos, who didn't have to defend their titles at SummerSlam. They did pick up a big win earlier this month against the New Day, the aforementioned team that's now a part of the Raw roster. So the Usos got rid of one of their biggest rivals. Still don't know who will step up to the plate, but the Bloodline still holding strong with all the gold, as they will, though, have arguably their toughest challenge as they go up against the Raw Tag Team Champions up next. As this is a team that's caught their stride recently thanks to their reassociation with MVP. It is Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. They are your new Raw Tag Team Champions. Won the titles just a few weeks ago here on Raw over the Dirty Dogs. Some considered it an upset, but these two superstars are on top of the mountain again. Their second reign as a tag team. We'll have to see how this one goes, but with MVP at your side, the sky is the limit. But they have their tough task in the Usos. In these championship contests, usually the champions come out second, but since we are on the Raw brand, they kind of get the quote-unquote home field advantage. But the first championship clash of champion versus champion contest, is the SmackDown tag champs, the Usos, versus the Raw tag champs, Alexander and Benjamin, as Jay and Shelton begins for their respective teams. 2 draft picks on the line to the winning team. Who will win this one as they're all tag team champions, getting the early advantage? As Shelton Benjamin, the veteran from Orangeburg, South Carolina, representing SC, has the early advantage. MVP watching on our ringside. We talked about how MVP, this reassociation, kind of reforming the Hurt Business in a way, has done wonders for Benjamin and Alexander's momentum. As now Benjamin with a quick cover early. Jimmy has to come in to break that one up. But since Benjamin and Alexander have reassociated themselves with MVP, it's been phenomenal for them. He kind of got them the Raw Tag Team Championship opportunity. A lot of people thought that maybe they didn't earn the opportunity. Thought maybe the Street Profits should have got the first crack at the Dirty Dogs, but Benjamin and Alexander got it instead, thanks to a little sway from their manager. They capitalized. They won the gold. They're the Raw Tag Team Champions. You can't take that away from them. But right now, they have their hands full with the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. On the outside, Jimmy continues to hammer on Cedric Alexander, while in the meantime, since that exchange, Jay has gotten the upper hand over Shelton Benjamin. Usos, the longest reigning SmackDown Tag Team Champions in history. They've been champs for well over a year now, and they have not looked back since. Been at the top of their game since day one, as they like to say. Next thing is in sight is the longest reigning champs of all time. They got a couple months to go before they reach that claim, but if the Usos keep this up, they might reach that record. As Jey Uso flapjacks Shelton Benjamin headfirst into the canvas, that'll allow Jay to go ahead and make the tag to his brother Jimmy, who enters the fray for the first time. Benjamin is down on the canvas. Jimmy's going to go to the top rope. This is not where you want to be with the Usos. Benjamin, though, is starting to stir, get back to his feet. And Jimmy's going to turn around and hit a nice senton. A spinning flip senton off the top rope. Nice bit of offense there by the SmackDown Tag Champs. They only get a 1 count over Benjamin, who also has been in this contest the entire time. Needs to make a tag to Cedric Alexander. Nice knee there by Jimmy Uso. And the veteran on the receiving end of some bloodline offense is Shelton Benjamin. What a career he's had in the WWE. Former Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion, now a Raw Tag Team Champion, even into his 40s. His 4th time holding the Raw Tag Team titles. And it's looked very good. You wouldn't tell he's 40 just by looking at him. In phenomenal shape, but right now he needs to get something going as Jay hits a diving headbutt off of the second turnbuckle as he goes for the cover here. Benjamin in a lot of trouble, still has to kick out, and he needs to make a tag to Cedric Alexander. The Usos have done a phenomenal job of just isolating their competitor. Alexander has yet to get in this contest. Benjamin back to his feet, trying to create some separation, but a flip through super kick right on the button. That one connected right on the jaw, and Benjamin could be out cold. He has not moved since taking that super kick, as Jimmy trying to drag him away from the turnbuckles. Takes a lot of effort to get it done, but now going to go for the cover here as he needs to kick out. Alexander not going to break this one up, and Benjamin gets pinned. Jimmy gets the pin over Shelton, who I think is actually legitimately knocked out. Ref needs to take a look at Shelton to make sure he's okay after that super kick landed right on the jaw. As this one comes to an end rather quickly, as Usos dominated this one down the stretch. Here's that shot again. Roll through super kick and snap back. You can see Benjamin's head snap back. Hopefully he is okay, but a big win here for the Usos, who look absolutely incredible. They got the momentum on their side, and they also got SmackDown 2 draft picks. So let's take a look at the next 2 superstars joining the blue brand. And first, the 5th superstar to be on the move this night is T-Bar, who is heading to SmackDown. The big 7-foot tall giant heads over to the blue brand with his size a fresh start on SmackDown could definitely help him tap into his potential. I'd love to see what T-Bar can do over on SmackDown. But the Usos got them not one, but they got SmackDown 2 draft picks, and with the second pick, SmackDown gets Theory, the former United States champion who lost his title just a week ago, is heading over to Friday's Night SmackDown. A pretty big get for SmackDown. Theory, the young upstart. Watch out, everybody, on Friday Night SmackDown. So 2 solid draft picks there for SmackDown, thanks to the Usos. But we get into our second championship encounter of the night, or champion versus champion. I keep wanting to say championship encounter, but really it's just a clash of champions. As here comes from SmackDown, the Intercontinental Champion, Ricochet, gets ready to make his ring. And what a reign Ricochet has had. Since winning the Intercontinental Championship back in March, Ricochet has not looked back. He's beaten everybody who stepped to the plates. I know Roman Reigns is the Universal Champion over on SmackDown, but Ricochet has been quite the champion in his own right. Knocked off Shinsuke Nakamura just 48 hours ago at SummerSlam, avenged the loss that he had to Nakamura. And Ricochet could be one of the top champions in all of WWE currently at the moment. The one and only gets ready for his opponent tonight, and it is the new United States champion, the first time making his way to the ring with the gold and a little bit of the pyro to go with it. The United States champion from San Diego, California, Rey Mysterio, who last week on his 20th anniversary since his first match in WWE, once again added another title to his Hall of Fame worthy career. The United States Championship for the third time. Rey Mysterio holds that prize. Can't wait to see what Rey Mysterio can do as United States Champion, but it's not going to start easy as he goes up against Ricochet here tonight. This is somewhat of a dream match. Two of the best high flyers, I would say, to ever grace a WWE. Rey Mysterio, arguably the greatest luchador and high flyer of WWE history. And then you have Ricochet, who, like I said, the one and only, can do moves in between those ropes that some just could dream of doing. It's almost like he's doing it in a video game. But Clash of Champions, Intercontinental Champion Ricochet versus the United States Champion Rey Mysterio. 2 more draft picks on the line. Who will get it done for their brand as they get ready to lock up? And we buckle up, folks, and get ready for this one. Is already Rey Mysterio with an airplane takedown with the head scissors and springboarding off of the top rope. We're going to see plenty of that in this contest. A lot of high-flying offense as these two similar styles. There's going to be a showcase as Rey Mysterio, again, already up to the top rope, connects with a double foot stomp into the chest of Ricochet, who with the early pressure needs to kick out, and he does. It's a 2 count there. As Rey Mysterio, what a turn of events has been for him in recent months. This didn't get his year off to the best of start. Lost at WrestleMania with his son Dominic to The Miz and Logan Paul, and even lost a couple more matches to The Miz, and was embroiled in a rivalry with Santos Escobar, who came into Monday Night Raw and said that he had Mysterio's back, ultimately turned on him. We have still yet to really see the conclusion of those two. Still plenty of hatred between Santos and Rey Mysterio, so I'd have to think we'll see them clash again in the future. But Rey Mysterio able to capitalize on an opportunity last week, captured the United States Championship from Theory, who we just saw is now heading to Friday Night SmackDown. So Rey Mysterio and his United States Championship is very wide open right now. Has a lot of competitors gunning for him. We mentioned The Miz. He holds wins over Rey Mysterio in the past, so you have to think that he wants another win and another chance at the United States Championship, as Mysterio right here, almost to put away Ricochet, barely kicks out in the nick of time. But you got The Miz, who can line himself up for United States Championship opportunity. You got Santos Escobar with unfinished business. Braun Breaker, one of the newest superstars to the Raw roster, has looked very good since coming over. A lot of competitors. Rey Mysterio knows what it takes to be a champion. He's just got to stay at the top of the mountain. But right now he has a hold of Ricochet. As Rey Mysterio kicked in the midsection, going to hit the ropes here and hits with a nice neck breaker. Down goes the Intercontinental Champion, and Ricochet is in a lot of trouble here as he hasn't been able to withstand this Mysterio's offense. Gets a boot underneath the rope, though, after that springboard frog splash. But Mysterio doesn't waste any more time. Hits another springboard moonsault. So it's been Mysterio giving Ricochet a little bit of a taste of his own medicine. And I think Ricochet is legit cut off by this. Ricochet is usually the more high-flying of his matches. I don't know if he's ever really used to fighting a style like his own. As Mysterio takes him down off the top rope again with a head scissors takedown. And Mysterio with all the offense. I mean, I guess when you are Ricochet, when you are one of the greatest high flyers, can you really prepare yourself for somebody who's going to bring something to the table that you bring? I don't know, but Ricochet finally gets a hold of Mysterio, tries to cut him off here, goes underneath, rolls him over, and connects with a nice Pele kick. That might be the opening that Ricochet needs. Because now he's going to go to the apron, look to springboard of his own, thought better of it. Instead, Rey Mysterio is going to catch him as he gets back in the ring and connect with a Canadian Destroyer from out of nowhere. Rey Mysterio with the Destroyer, and now Ricochet in a lot of trouble here. And Mysterio with all the offense, going to take it to the top rope. Ricochet down in the ring, and Mysterio connects with the frog splash. He has the hook. Ricochet needs to kick out here, and he can't. Rey Mysterio gets the shock pin over Ricochet, who got caught off guard in this matchup, never able to get out of the box. And Rey Mysterio, victorious for Monday Night Raw, continues his white-hot momentum and is able to notch the victory here tonight in front of the Houston, Texas crowd and gets to celebrate. But wait a sec, Ricochet back to his feet. Mysterio offers the hands, and a good show of sportsmanship there. They shake hands. Ricochet acknowledges that Mysterio was the better competitor tonight, and he nets Raw 2 draft picks. Let's see who Raw will get. First, they get the modern-day Maharaja. Jinder Mahal will head to Monday Night Raw. No Shanky by his side. Instead, the former WWE Champion will look to head back to the solo ranks and hold gold once more. That could be trouble for Monday Night Raw. That's not it for the Red Brand. They get one more pick thanks to Mysterio win, and they get the Celtic Warrior Sheamus heads to Monday Night Raw. The 4-time world champion is heading to the Red Brand. The man who loves to fight, who recently took Roman Reigns to the limit at Money in the Bank, is over on Raw. That spells bad news for the rest of the roster. A big-time get for Monday Night Raw. Well, a couple of big picks there for the Red Band, but it's now time for our main event. The biggest champion versus champion contest of the night. And making his way to the ring first, it is the Universal Champion, now over 700 days as Universal Champion, Roman Reigns, who, yes, is still the title holder. Got taken to the limit at SummerSlam 2 nights ago. Some would say he shouldn't be champion right now. McIntyre laid him out with the Claymore kick, but Roman Reigns had the ace up his sleeve. We saw Solo Sikoa make an appearance. The NXT export showed up at SummerSlam and costed Drew McIntyre the Universal Championship. And once more, Roman Reigns is able to notch a title defense by hook or by crook. It doesn't matter, as the blue title is still over the shoulder of the Tribal Chief, who now looks at his next accolade. If he can make it to the end of August, he will be champion for over 2 years. What a reign it's been for Roman Reigns. But he faces another tough task tonight. If Roman Reigns has been the most dominant champion, this man is right there next to him. On the Raw brand, it is the WWE Champion, the almighty Bobby Lashley, who has been on a warpath since winning the gold back at the Backlash pay-per-view. And he has not looked back since. It's been a 3-month reign for Bobby Lashley. And who did he beat to win that WWE Championship? Well, he beat none other than Roman Reigns, who was the champion going into that triple threat. Bobby Lashley did not pin Roman to win the gold. He pinned Brock Lesnar on that night, the same man that he beat 2 nights ago at SummerSlam. A huge title defense for Bobby Lashley. Yes, there was the pre-match Omos attack, but Bobby Lashley had nothing to do with that. Wanted to beat Brock Lesnar fair and square. He might have to wait another day for that. But right now he has his eyes set on the Universal Champion in Roman Reigns. A huge encounter in our main event. Champion versus champion. 3 draft picks on the line. Roman Reigns from SmackDown, Bobby Lashley from Raw, and the 2 giants square off here in the middle of the ring in a rare Raw matchup for the Universal Champions. Roman Reigns. Both superstars had a tough title defense 2 nights ago, and I have to think that either of them is at 100% here tonight. But you want to win picks for your brand. You want to get that brand supremacy. Not only that, but bragging rights, as these 2 superstars have plenty of history behind them, plenty of unfinished business. If you remember the night after WrestleMania when Roman Reigns was the double champion, when he won the WWE Championship, Bobby Lashley actually came to the ring and called out Roman. They had a match that night. Fortunately, ended in a no contest thanks to the interference from the Beast. So these 2 looking to square up again. Hopefully we get a clean finish here tonight, as Roman Reigns also was the former WWE Championship. Never lost that title by being pinned nonetheless. So Bobby Lashley, yes, he is the champ, but I think he'd love to earn a victory over Roman here tonight, as right now has him stretched up. Look at the power on display by Lashley. To hold a man like Roman Reigns like that in the air. I mean, Reigns is over 270 plus pounds, and Bobby Lashley just holds him in a stretch over his shoulder. His impressive power by the Colorado Springs native is now on the shoulders of Roman Reigns, who has the upper hand, and he connects with a right hand punch to the jaw. Not pretty, but effective, as now the head of the table looks to get control and do what he does best, and that's just pick apart his opponents. Lashley back to his feet. Reigns there to cut him off. Has Lashley implants him with a DDT. As down goes the Almighty. I think what's in store for both these competitors after tonight. We know McIntyre's probably got unfinished business with Roman Reigns, while on the flip side, Bobby Lashley beat Brock Lesnar. We'll have to figure out who is next in line for a WWE Championship opportunity, as in 5 weeks will be our next pay-per-view. It'll be Clash at the Castle in Cardiff, Wales, in the Principality Stadium. That is going to be a huge pay-per-view. There's a lot of good content on the way, a lot of good action in store for you guys. You don't want to miss it all. Make sure you hit that subscribe button again if you have not already, so you don't miss any of the action. As now Roman Reigns with a nice back suplex takes down Bobby Lashley, as Reigns is starting to establish control. And this one, it connects with a Superman punch. Down goes Lashley, but wait a second. Here comes the music of Drew McIntyre, who is in the building. Plenty of unfinished business. McIntyre does not look happy in the slightest as he gets ready to make his way to the ring. The Scottish Warrior making his presence felt. And Roman Reigns is not going to waste any time. He sees McIntyre coming. He's going to try to meet him off at the ramp. And Roman Reigns starting to attack McIntyre. McIntyre is going to fire back. The referee's calling for this one. He's calling disqualification. So Roman Reigns gets the victory, but I don't think McIntyre really cares if Roman Reigns is victorious in this matchup. He just wants a piece of the Tribal Chief, and he's going to get it here as he throws Roman Reigns down by the aisle. This is not looking good. McIntyre, even with the kilt still on, has a hold of the champ. Gets some. He's going to suplex him, drive him down with a Falcon Arrow. Reigns, though, right back to his feet, but McIntyre again with a hold of the champion. And now on the outside, connects with a huge belly-to-belly toss. Down goes Reigns. McIntyre really starting to lay it on the champ now. But wait a second, from behind, Solo Sikoa again jumping McIntyre. Reigns has scrambled out of this one. And again, Solo gets the jump on McIntyre, but this time McIntyre trying to fight back, kick to the midsection. Solo Sikoa costed McIntyre the championship 2 nights ago at SummerSlam, but Solo with the upper hand sends Drew into the steel steps. The Enforcer Sikoa is taking it to McIntyre, again bailing out his tribal chief as the bloodline gets stronger and stronger. Props McIntyre up on the barricade, big boot to the side of the head, and down goes the SmackDown Warrior. The numbers game, just too much for McIntyre to handle. And Solo Sikoa again making sure McIntyre does not have one piece. But McIntyre back to his feet, trying to fire back, hits a nice spine buster there on Solo Sikoa. McIntyre is starting to turn this one around, has a hold of him, drives him into the barricade. Down goes Sikoa. McIntyre not done, gonna get Solo back to his feet again, grabs a hold of him, and again throws him into the barricade, making him pay. Knee into the spine. And McIntyre sending a message to the bloodline. Roman Reigns has scurried out, but Roman, by disqualification, did get SmackDown 3 draft picks to close tonight's show, and the first pick is none other than LA Knight. He will be heading over to SmackDown. We haven't seen LA Knight in a couple of months since a backstage attack. Well, he's ready to go now, and he's going to be on the SmackDown brand going forward. The megastar is now in blue. Well, how about the second of 3 picks for Friday Night SmackDown? And this selection is Seth freaking Rollins. SmackDown hits the jackpot. The 4-time world champion is heading over to Friday nights. Monday Night Rollins is no more. Instead, he is on the blue brand, and he is in the building tonight. Seth freaking Rollins making his way to the ring. You know he loves the spotlight, and how about this for SmackDown? They hit the lottery with this selection right here. Seth freaking Rollins, 4-time world champion. Just recently challenged Lashley for the WWE Championship. He was unsuccessful. Recently also took out his best friend in Kevin Owens. But we still have one more pick for Friday Night SmackDown to close the night. And it's Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is heading over to Friday Night SmackDown. I don't think Seth Rollins realizes it. He sees it now. And from behind, Kevin Owens is here. He's live. He's back in the building, and he's laying out Seth freaking Rollins. We haven't seen Owens in weeks since Seth attacked him from behind. But Kevin Owens is back, and he hasn't forgot about it. He doesn't care if he's in the state of Texas. He wants to take it to Seth Rollins. And Kevin Owens hits him with an enziguri. Down goes the Visionary, and Owens back to his feet. Hits him with a stunner. Down goes Seth. Kevin Owens sending a message saying that this is not over, and this rivalry will now be taking place on Friday Night SmackDown. What an end to tonight's show, but the draft is not over. Night 2 will take place on Friday at SmackDown, where more picks will be exchanged. But before we get there, we have NXT, and we have a special edition. NXT UK again. It's the UK Tag Team Championships that are on the line. Mustache Mountain will defend against the #1 contenders, the Coffee Brothers of Gallus. That'll be coming to you guys next. But I hope you guys enjoyed this draft. Let me know what you thought of the picks down below. If you enjoyed it as well, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, as the next one will be premiered as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this premiere. I sure did. And I'll see you guys in the next one.